Hey there, folks. Karshel here. Welcome back. If you recall, on our last episode, we were running from Last Stand and heading down toward the swamp. We rejoin our party in progress. Now, hopefully, I can put this together as coherently as possible. For some reason, my software decided not to record the voice track on this one. So bear with me if things seem a little bit strange. I'm going from memory here yesterday. Now, looking at this area, I'm thinking that I was looking at this outcrop as a potential fort area, but not seeing any metal. But we've got to head down through this valley to get down into the area of the swamp. And at the moment, I am not seeing any great threats. So it's like, okay, we're still in sneak mode, but we're moving right along. And I'm just trying to minimize the threats that might see us if they do pop up. I kind of like the area, but I'm just not seeing a whole heck of a lot of variety in terms of mining availability. Okay, now what's going on up here? We have at least one spider. And what's on that side? Another skin spider. So, we're not out of the woods yet. We've still got to worry about that kind of thing. Okay, I think I'm going to park the boys up here on the hill. And seeing that it is now morning, I'm going to jump back to check on Flick and her armor work and see how she's doing with that. That load time when you switch can sometimes be a bear. Okay, looks like she has run out of leather, so we'll have Inu pick up all of the good stuff from her. And grab from the armor storage. Shoddy grade? You're kidding me. Boy, Flick was slacking on that one. I expect much more than that with her skill level. Unless, of course, her getting beat up lost her skill. No, sure didn't. Still up in the 80s. Hopefully that's not going to happen very often. Not that we're spending a lot of cash, but... Well, then again, I guess we're spending as much as we get. And nobody waiting outside the door this time to jump on Inu. Which is definitely a good thing. We'll lock the door. And go get rid of this kind of stuff. Oh, I love that pose that he's taking. We're going to loot him first. It is rather undignified positioning, though. He didn't have a weapon. That's kind of a bummer. I would have enjoyed selling that. And might as well kill this one, since we already got bad faction with him anyway. And I got Inu on block. I don't know if I will ever get used to that. I'm so used to a game where you can taunt somebody in and they will come at you. If you're on block, that's perfectly fine because you'll just start blocking the attacks when they occur, but it doesn't work that way here. Okay, any more of them to go sell? Nope. So we'll go sell all of that off and give us a little bit more funding. Though she didn't equip herself very well with the armor this time. She was still shaken up from doing the hand-to-hand thing. That's what it was. Okay, and he doesn't have much in the way of leather or cloth, come to speak of it. But we're going to grab what he's got and go from there. Still not needing the research books, and I'm not going to worry about more first aid kits because that's where all the excess cloth is going to. So we'll shut this one down and let her run right back down there to resupply Flick. I still get a kick out of this in a kind of negative way. She'll run down there, and to get in the building, she'll automatically unlock the door. But if you're in the building with the door locked and you want to leave, she just ain't gonna do it. Okay, hopefully Flick will do some better stuff this time. We're gonna jump back to the field crew. And I'm pleased to see that nothing has harassed them. You never know when you park. So, we're heading back down that direction. And I have no idea what's seeing us. Hopefully it's the Shek that we're... No, there's a spider over there. Is it just the spider? I hope he does not aggro. At this point, we don't really have much in the way of options. Okay, he's occupied. Good. Yeah, coming down here I think might have been a less than wise decision, shall we say. They're a little bit out of my league at this point, though my skills I'm certain are going up quite well. It's just a matter of, I guess, practice and comfort. I don't want to deal with that. Okay, go in the right direction. Okay, who we got over there? They look to be Shek. Hopefully they are friendly. A lot of Shek. Good. That means the other targets will be taken down. In all likelihood. And go in the right direction. Okay, berserkers. Shouldn't be a problem for us. Who is it that is seeing me? Yeah, it looks to be the berserkers. Okay, that's not a problem. So far, I have not had any issues with them whatsoever. I just keep hoping it stays that way. So far, this valley's not too bad. I don't see any particular thing that I should be concerned about. Looks like another Shek patrol coming. And I'm glad to see them because they help keep the riffraff out. It's a nice little pocket valley back here. Not seeing any spiders, which could just be a fluke. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong way. I guess I'm going to be going up along that ridge. I'm not sure how I feel about the big area down below. Oh, we got us a beak thing up there. With stats near the 30s. Yeah, I have memories of Beak Things. Oh, and there's a spider as well. Okay, so this area is not as hospitable as I was thinking it is. I'm not out of the woods yet. I would like to be, but you know how that works. Oh, and another Beak Thing come running down the hill. Yeah, let's move up the hill. Maybe we can avoid some of that. And hopefully he'll be able to take that one. I haven't had any problems so far with the Band of Bones either. No faction issues with them. And that lovely autosave. There we go, much better. Okay, looking at that one's stats, we might actually be able to handle that, which is kind of nice. The only other encounter I had with them did not end well. But spiders are still considerably higher, so much for that. We just need to get clear. I'm going to go all the way up on the top of the ridge. I kind of like that look. The crater. I know nothing whatsoever about any of that. I think it could be a nightmare to get lost in, if we could get lost. Pulling up the big map, you kind of can't do that, but hopefully running across the top up here is going to be somewhat safe. I do like the look of that. I think that's probably the most picturesque area that I've found in the game so far. I love the colors and the way they kind of work the refraction in the stones. Okay, I think I'm going to run it all the way out to the edge of this peninsula. Oh, workshop complex. Where is that? In the middle of the rocks, of course. Can I see anything with it? I don't know if that's it or just a stone. It definitely is hard to see. That's not cool. That would make life much more difficult. See, I have to wonder about that. I will come back to that when I'm feeling a little bit more cocky. After basically having to flee from the spiders, it's like, yeah, I don't think I'm quite ready for those yet. And if I were designing the game, then things would be even harder down in there. So let us continue on our merry way toward the swamp, which we can now see. Not seeing much in the way of spiders at the moment. I'm kind of hoping that we've left them behind. This wouldn't be a bad little point to have a fort on if it had any metal up here. But I definitely am not seeing it at the moment. That little area wouldn't be bad either. I just like the idea of building up on top of a hillier area. So we descend into the swamp as night falls. Yeah, why does that have a dark and ominous sound to it? I do still like the look of this hill over here. I'm just not seeing any metal, and I don't know that it would be a very prudent thing to set up a base over here yet. And we start getting our first good look at the swamp, and what are those? Raptors. Not regular raptors, but swamp raptors. So regular raptors on steroids. But that's kind of the thing that I have been looking for. to enable us to harvest leather rather than buy it. But I think the majority of the group at this point still is not ready to handle those. On one other run, I dealt with them a little bit, not one that I'm putting on YouTube, but they were a challenge. The fact that we are in Raptor territory gives me hope. Granted, their stats are up, and with a group that size, we'd be in trouble, but I'm still not seeing any ore here, though. And I really don't want to set up a base that doesn't have at least, well, at a minimum, a good source of iron. I would prefer to have both iron and copper. The grid. Okay, so I'm running on the ragged edge between the zones, I guess. I would have thought the grid was the area that had all the weird rock formations, but that was still identifying as the crater. See, now I'm curious about that area that's down to the south there, just like down by the lake area. But I don't think that I'm ready to go down there. I like the little delta area ahead of us here. So I think I'm going to go that direction. Raptors aren't aggro until you piss them off, so I'm not going to be worried about them. Let's see what we can find down here. I don't know why I do this to myself. It's so dark in there that it's like, why am I going? Oh, cool. Sun coming up. And we are still on the Spider Plains. I'm not thrilled about that. I had hoped that we had left that behind. Okay, there we've got some iron. And there we've got some copper, a small node. And another small node of iron. So there's something here, but not necessarily that great. And there's a decent node of iron. So we have some options down here. But it's still telling us we're on the plains. What do we got going on over there? And over there. And a Shek party. Tell me, who are you? Okay, General Shek. See, even this little area, if there were base level raptors wandering around, would be great. But instead, what do we got? More spiders. With stats almost at 40. So, no, I don't think so. That's too bad, because I kind of like this little area. Okay, let's go ahead and skirt the edge here a little bit. See what we can find. I don't know if it's a good sign that I'm hesitant to actually go deeper into the swamp. While I think about it, it's probably a good time to check up on Flick and the leather work. And looks like she has run out. High grade, much better. What you got in the storage box? I know there wasn't that much at the vendor. Well, high grade. Hopefully the vendor will have more leather this time. Yeah, plenty of Band-Aids. That's what Flick does when we're running out. Oh no, our field medic is up to 52 now, which is cool. I think I've got enough of those for now. Oh, and Dust Bandit inside. See, that's kind of a bummer that they just spawn right here for us. There we go. Now, Flick, work on those martial arts skill. Oops, I forgot to give you a weapon. And I don't want you to have taunt, so we'll let Inu get it back. Yeah, I think I just want to clear the house. We'll leave it. Well done, ladies. Well done. See, I really don't like that whole aspect of if there is a general chest there, they put everything in there and don't keep out even one stack for emergency use, so to speak. But I don't know if there's a way to actually set that. You know, maybe once the storage kit would get full, then it would be that way, but, you know, right now it's kind of a pain in the butt. There we go. Now loot. See, her martial arts skill, that one fight was showing 8. It must have been because she was completely nuked. Because now it's back to 1. So that's kind of a bummer. I wish I knew more about the reactive world patch. If we go out and start slaughtering bandits, are the Shet going to expand? Will there be new patrols out there? I don't know if I've ever seen the numbers of patrols increase. It would be neat. And auto unlocking the door again. That guard was going to bring a body in to take it upstairs. I figured that out later in the game. Okay, we've got Flick going back to production. I think I'm going to call this one here. Thank you for joining me. On our next episode, we will jump back and join the field crew again. Till then, Karshel out.